So with the recent localizations of Dragon Quest games, including the most recent one, Dragon Quest Heroes 2, I'm thinking that Dragon Quest 11 is going to come to the US. Okay? So before we get into that topic, let me now go ahead and explain the whole Dragon Quest Heroes 2 situation. So as you may know, around 2015, I think it was like mid 2015, around the summertime, I believe. Maybe not summertime, I don't know when it was, but either way, Dragon Quest Heroes 1 was probably one of the first PS4 Dragon Quest games to come over to the US. I think it might, yeah, it's the first Dragon Quest PS4 game to come to the US. I might be wrong, but I'm almost positive that's true. And so that brought up the question of, okay, we want all the Dragon Quest Dragon Quest games in general. You know, there was a couple on 3DS, and I don't know how long ago those ones were in Japan. But either way, Dragon Quest 8 and 7 and 8 are coming to the US. 7 came in September, and now 8 is coming in January next year. And like I said, now Dragon Quest Heroes 2 is now coming. And the cool thing with that is it's just overall better than Dragon Quest Heroes 1. Wow, Dragon Quest Heroes 1 was very fun. Like I beat the game, you know, and it was just cool. It did something different with the whole Muso style. And so with Dragon Quest Heroes 2, it has online, more customization for each character, and yes, it did have a Vita version. But sadly, this Vita version is not making its way to the US along with Dragon Quest Heroes 2. Now, in a little bit of an interview, Square Enix said that it's just not a viable option to bring over, and of course, they're probably talking about the Vita market in the US. And obviously, there's nothing we can really do about that, but it's really tragic. Like I said, the online mode for Dragon Quest Heroes 2 is so cool, because like Dragon Quest Heroes 1, the way you were playing it just felt like it needed an online mode. So when I found out I didn't have one, I was kind of sad, but you know, I still played it and it was still fun. And you know, I actually even forgot that this game also came to the US. So that's 3 PS4 Dragon Quest games, all not the main title games that came to the US. So what sense does it make for Square Enix to be really giving us all these side Dragon Quest games and not give us the mainline Dragon Quest games, okay? That doesn't make sense to me. And I also read that Dragon Quest X is actually being ported to the PS4, so, I mean, I don't know if we're going to get that. That doesn't seem as logical, you know, because that's an online MMO. So, I don't know about that one. But either way, you know, I'm more worried about Dragon Quest 11. So what do you guys think, huh? Do you guys think that, you know, with all these games coming over, they're gonna be bringing that over? Because I know the game is still in development. They had an event or beginning of this year, I think it was January, and they were showing the gameplay of it. They were showing like, it was like, I don't know if that was the first gameplay. It was one of the first things that we were ever seeing of Dragon Quest of 11, and it looked so good. It says we're running on Unreal Engine 4, and yeah, dude. So I don't know, man. Like, it just doesn't seem logical to bring over. Like, I was not thinking Heroes 2 was gonna come. I was covering this game a little bit back whenever it first got announced, and I just did not think it was coming to the US. Because like the way that the sales for Dragon Quest Heroes 1 were looking, I just did not feel like they were gonna care. Like, it's really crazy that it's coming. You know, honestly, I'm very astounded. It's coming in April, too. Like, it's pretty soon. That's just like 5 months away if you count December right now. So that's crazy, you know. And right now, I don't even know if we're gonna see Dragon Quest 11 this next year. I don't know. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. You know, do you guys think that Dragon Quest 11 is gonna make its way to the US? Since all these other Dragon Quest games are coming over, like I also mentioned, Dragon Quest 8 is coming out in September. Dragon Quest 7 came out in September of this year, and Dragon Quest 8 these are for 3DS. Dragon Quest 8 came out in January. Is coming out in January in 2017. So. Oh, they're all coming over, and it just seems like they're trying to revive the whole Dragon Quest name in the US. Now, I think I did see an article talking about that as well, where they want the Dragon Quest, they want more Dragon Quest to come over to the US. So that's also a big sign, because think about it. Dragon Quest used to always be in the US. Not always, but like it used to be in the US, like on PS2, PS1, I think. I'm not sure. And so it only makes sense for it to come back, you know. And I think Final Fantasy does really well in the US. And why can't Dragon Quest? You know, that's just the way I see it. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below of your thoughts on this. And yeah, that's all I gotta say. Very tragic news about no Vita version for Dragon Quest Heroes 2. Like I said, I think I did a comparison video back in the day, and it didn't look. It looked good. Like it didn't seem like it had that many bad frame drops or anything like that. So I'm very surprised that this is happening. But what can you do, man? What can you do? So let me know what you guys think about that in the comments below. And other than that, I'm gonna have to see you guys in the next video.
You see, I'm waiting and they hating, and I'm sipping on my tea. Bad bitch walking past, may I stop you, please? Man, I'm hungry as a bitch, but this life ain't free. If I'm trying to get this money, I can't really shake a tree. I be working, it's a 3:15. When I stop